Hello. If you're watching this video, it's because you want to learn how to make tools quickly, so let me show you a small challenge. Here's a file which is a test file of supposedly p-values in a column. And the task I'm going to try and complete is to take this little script written in the R statistical language, which essentially does a p-adjust on the column of numbers that we're going to supply it. It's just an ordinary R script, and it could be Perl or Python, as I'll show you in a moment. But let's just make a copy, because we're going to need a copy of that simple script. And I don't need to shut it down, I just want to drop it out of the way. I'm going to open up a new Galaxy tool, which you may not have seen before, called the Tool Factory. And I installed that from the test toolshed, the Galaxy test toolshed. It's called the Tool Factory. You can find it there and install it on your own local Galaxy. Please do not install this tool on a Galaxy you care about. It's potentially very dangerous, and it should only be installed on a private Galaxy. And wherever it's installed, only an administrative user can run it. As you can see, I'm logged into this local private clone on my own machine as an admin user. And this tool takes a test data set. In this case, we're going to use our little p-value test file. It generates a new tool which will have a new name, so let's call it the p-value adjuster. And I'm going to generate a new Galaxy toolshed compatible gzip for FDR control is the tool description. That'll appear on the menu. This little box contains help desk text which will appear on the tool to help the user. So let's just write some. A Benjamin Hochberg p-value adjustment for false discovery rate control. And the default is to make an HTML output. I don't actually want one for this tool. It just generates a text file. And it writes a new history output. It's tabular. The script we're going to use is R script, so I'm going to paste the little script that I previously developed that I showed you before, and right down the bottom I'll click execute. So the Tool Factory, which I downloaded from the test tool shed, is an unusual tool because it generates Galaxy tools, and it generates them in a special format which is compatible with a tool shed. And just to check that it worked, let's look at the output from the script that I wrote. We've got our raw p-values, and there's a BH adjusted p-value column which has the Benjamin Hochberg adjusted p-values from this original data. So it certainly looks like it works. That's good. Let's have a look at the toolshed.gzip. You can't see much, but what you can do is copy the link address. And the reason you want to do that is because you want to go into your local toolshed. I've set this little local toolshed up on my own local development box, and I'm going to create a new repository. I'm going to call it the p-value adjuster. You're only allowed to use lowercase letters and no spaces. So we put in a synopsis, put it under generic tools, and save it. And I'm now going to upload files. If you've never used your local toolshed, you should know that it's really pretty easy. I just want to paste the URL. Remember, I got the URL from this little floppy disk icon, and I just pasted it in here and do an upload. And my new tool has now been compressed, uncompressed, and uploaded into my own local toolshed. And it's got an R script, a Python file which is a wrapper, some XML to describe the tool, and some test data for Galaxy's functional tests. So that's really good. That took us all of about 3 minutes. So let's run this new tool. Before we can do that, we have to install it. So you'll notice I'm back in my little local Galaxy clone. We have to search and browse toolsheds. I've set my Galaxy clone up so that it talks to my local toolshed. And here's the p-adjuster tool that we just created and uploaded to the local toolshed. It's ready to roll. Normally, I would strongly advise you to check the new tool out very carefully. But since I wrote this tool, I'm pretty confident about it, and I'm just going to click on Install to Local Galaxy. I'm going to put it into a category that I'd previously prepared, which is Tool Factory Generated Tools. Click Install, and we now have a new tool that we wrote ourselves a few moments ago. If we go back to the Analyze Data menu in Galaxy, you'll find that this section, this Tool Factory Generated Tools, now has the p-value adjuster, and it's got the little bit of text that we wrote into the help. It's got the script, so that a malicious person can't make you run a script that does evil things to your Galaxy. But this is now just a first-class ordinary Galaxy tool, and if I choose my test file, that's this one, which just has some raw p-values. I probably want something more than just the default. I'll put test as the name for the outputs, just like any other Galaxy tool. Click execute, and in a few moments the tool will run, and what we expect to see is that it should add a column of Benjamini-Hochberg adjusted p-values to the right here, and it looks like it's done that. Okay, so just to remind you of what we did, using the Galaxy Tool Factory, which is available from the test tool shed, we have just created a brand new tool for Galaxy that we can share with other people and that we can use on our own private instances. It wraps this script, which happens to be written in R script, but it could have been Perl or Python or anything else really. If you want to change the source for the Galaxy Tool Factory, it currently only accepts Perl, Python and R script. But we managed to wrap it and create a first-class Galaxy tool that does this p-value adjustment, and which in itself is quite a useful thing. So if you'd like to be able to generate tools quickly from little scripts, go to the Galaxy tool shed, the test tool shed, and install the Tool Factory. Please only install it on a throwaway Galaxy. Do not install it on a production machine. Only an administrative user on the local machine can run the Tool Factory. But the tools that it generates, like the p-value adjuster that we just created, are ordinary Galaxy tools, and they run with normal Galaxy security, so they can be installed on production machines. There's a Bitbucket site that's documented in the README for the tool, and I welcome comments, or if you find any bugs, or if you have any suggestions, please raise an issue on the Galaxy Tool Factory Bitbucket repository. Thanks for your attention.